What do you think the most important thing is for Barack Obama? Obviously, you're here to talk about the anniversary for U.S.-China diplomatic relations, but if you had to say this is going to be the country or the conflict or the place that will define the Obama administration, what would it be?
The president-elect is coming into office at a moment when there are upheavals in many parts of the world simultaneously. You have India, Pakistan, you have the jihadist movement. So he can't really say there is one problem that it's the most important one. But he can give a new impetus to American foreign policy, partly because the reception of him is so extraordinary around the world. I think his task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't just a crisis.
Are you confident about the people President-elect Obama has chosen to surround him, because he does not have a great deal of experience?
No, he has appointed an extraordinarily able group of people in both the international and financial field.
Now see, he just said it. Obama has surrounded himself with the advisors to advise him right on into the New World Order. Now I know Kissinger's hard to understand, but he's also a major player in the New World Order. So anytime that I hear someone like him, I listen to what they got to say, because they're letting me know exactly how far along they are in their program of world government and how determined and how desperate they are. When they're doing certain hit pieces, they're desperate, and we can get the information out on this. Now I know he's hard to understand. Listen to what he said.
I think his task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't a strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't a strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't.
Now listen to what he's saying. He is talking about Obama now.
Will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't just
Obama. He's calling on Obama to bring in the New World Order. And I'm telling you, we're at the end of it. 90% they're there. They're 90, more than 90% complete in their plan. And Obama is supposed to be the change? This is it? You really sold on this for change when you got Biden himself saying, I'm a Zionist? I got the clip up. You got all of his appointments are coming from the Clinton administration and the Bush administration. He's appointing Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Come on. That is not change. That is more of the same old, same old. I'm telling you, everything I talk about is documented. It's up at the website. And, you know, if this information is foreign to you or something, I implore you to go and research it for yourself. Check it out for yourself. See for yourself the claims I'm making. Look into it for yourself. But you know, I'm going to get into Obama now. And if you think change is coming, it is not coming. Not the kind of change that you think is coming. The only change you're going to have is the change in your pocket after they're done looting the economy and destroying our dollar. We're talking about training the youth to spy on their parents and neighbors. All the old classical dictator Nazi tricks. You're going to see them come full force here with Obama. And this is my warning to you. You know, and all you ever hear is the media saying over and over and over again, just trust Obama. Just trust him. He's going to have to make some hard decisions. And even he's saying it. I'm going to have to do some hard things. And a lot of you ain't going to like it, but we have to make some tough choices. I mean, and they're announcing this stimulus package. Oh my God, they're talking about $800 billion. But the financial experts are saying it could be $1 trillion more on top of that. And it's all a total scam. I mean, Obama was the one that was behind this big banker bailout. And that's really what it was a banker takeover. I mean, they've expanded the powers of the Treasury and basically just allowing international banking interests to loot our country. And this is more of the same. Obama, they were going to be defeated, and then Obama came out and was like, oh, we must support this. And he's doing it again with this stimulus package. Now, Dick Armey, he's a congressman, a former majority leader of the House, okay? And he said, this is what he said about Obama's stimulus package. In fact, even to the dramatic measure of calling it financial child abuse.
Meanwhile, back here in Washington, President-elect Barack Obama today selling that stimulus plan of his. It's an expensive one. Everyone here talking about the $800 billion price tag at a minimum. Nobody talking about who's going to pay for that and how. Well, these two guys are. With me now, former House Majority Leader Dick Armey. Very thin, svelte, and fit, I might point out. So good to have both of you.
Nice to be here.
Thank you. Congressman, to you first. This cost, I think, is a minimum. The $800 billion is a minimum. We had Senator Jeff Sessions here saying it could be $1 trillion more than that. The CBO has weighed in. What do you make of that?
Well, again, it seems like they've kind of said, for whatever political point we want to make here, because they're not making an economic policy point. This is not about sound thinking about real policy. It's about politics. We're willing to spend any kind of money. The first question I ask, where's the money coming from? Does anybody really understand where this money comes from? You either tax it, or you borrow it, or you print it, but in the end, finally, someplace you're going to tax it to make it up. I think it's a curious form of fiscal child abuse, and my biggest concern about the whole thing is it won't work. You're not, if that level of deficit spending to which we've already committed ourselves and engaged is not resolving this problem, then that Keynesian formula is not going to work with more.
And Congressman Ron Paul, who is an economic expert, and he was on the same show, and he talked of real change, real solutions, and this is what he had to say.
But the argument, Ron Paul, has been, look, we got to do something. And the argument is, well, the government then has got to do something and spend a lot of something. What do you make of that?
Well, yeah, I think they could do something. They could cut spending, balance the budget, bring our troops home, quit printing money, get rid of the income tax, a few minor things like that. No, we need to change the whole system of government. We need to live within our means. We need to reduce our debt. But we need to change our philosophy of government.
Changing philosophies, Congressman, the argument goes, we need quick action, quick stimulus now. We need a quick boost now. And none of the stuff you talk, all well and good and valid, does that.
No, I would disagree to a degree on that, because they're going to appropriate money, and they say this is a stimulus, we're going to do something immediately. Well, they've been doing this immediately for a year. Every time they come up with a new program, it doesn't do anything. It just seems to make things worse. So it's just as easy to say, look, today, we're going to take a different approach. We're going to change the system. We're going to believe in free enterprise again. We're going to believe in freedom once again. We're going to believe in self-reliance once again. We're going to believe in a time when we don't even need income taxes. We're going to believe in a time when we don't have to be the policeman of the world. We don't have to believe in deficits. It's this whole philosophy of government that has to be changed. It's a mental status that has to change. You can't tinker with the budget and say, well, we're going to cut here, tax here.
Wants to cut spending. You know what happens? They never do. And one of the
problem.
And we must change our approach to government. I mean, that is really it. I mean, we have to get the corruption out. We have to get these elite bodies out, cleanse our minds again. We have been so bombarded by mind control through all forms, print, TV, video games, movies, everywhere, that we must cleanse our minds again, re-nourish ourselves, take our food back, take our government back, take our freedom back, take our country back. I mean, now is the time. We have to get behind these concepts of which Ron Paul talks about. The bottom line is this stimulus package is not going to work. It's just more of the same old, and that's all you're going to get over Obama. I mean, and look at this. The guy hasn't even taken office yet.